Hi everybody, how you guys doing? It's Mark Johnson, the Running Maverick, the Money Maverick, Active Dad. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys like my content. Again, if you like it, share, subscribe to my page, and I'll know that you guys love the content. Thank you so much. I got to like 250 subscribers now, and it's been great. I like sharing content with you guys, information and experiences. So again, I'll recap. Married 11 years. We have 4 children. Age ranges straight from 10 straight down to 1. So just said to myself, why don't I start this page to connect with those around the world that want to have children, don't have children, just want to share advice, share help, share experiences with one another, because we're all going through the same thing pretty much, right? You can plan as much as you want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't always happen the way you plan. So started this page, and thank you so much. I got to 250 subscribers already on YouTube, and looking to get to 1,000. So if you can help me and push it forward, thank you so much. Today has been a busy day for me. I went to work, came back, and I said there's some content that I want to share with you guys out there. I hope you guys have been having an amazing 2023. 2024 is right around the corner, and definitely you want to plan for the new year's now. That's how you see some of those people like crush it in January and February. Those that are actually putting plans together and goals together and dreams together. They start planning from like September, October, November. And then when Christmas comes, they're already running hard, or with their business, with their lives, you name it, whatever goals they have, they're already planning now for next year. And that's what I've been doing too. I've been putting some stuff together. So definitely by January, I will already be hitting it hard. And business will be flying, family life will be flying, personal goals will be flying, spiritual goals will be flying, you name it. I'm putting plans together now so that when the new year starts, I'm already going. All right. So I had some tips that maybe could help you guys out, to look at what this year's been already. Have you accomplished any of the goals or dreams that you set out for? Again, if you guys hear any noise, that's my kids upstairs. It's hard to do videos and content just because limited space. So at the end of the day, I try and do them when I'm in the lower ground, because we live above. So we have a room down here that I can do my videos. But again, there's a lot of foot traffic upstairs because, I got those 4 children and they never stop moving. Tons of energy. But yeah, what kind of wins did you have this year? Did you have any good wins, any good accomplishments? I run track. I run cross country, and I run track. So I ran some good times this year. I'm 42. I don't look 42, but I'm 42. I feel like I'm 20. But again, there's times in the morning when I wake up and I don't feel like 40. I don't feel like 22. I feel like 42. So at the end of the day, I run track. I'm a runner. I run like every other day, trying to keep my stamina up and my endurance up, because I got kids and I want to make sure that when they grow older, I can still keep up with them. So it's a goal of myself to get back into track running, and I do it. So I set some goals this year and I hit those goals, and I'm looking on to hit even faster goals next year. And so those are one of my goals. As a family, we went to a lot of different places. We went to Ottawa, we went to Montreal, we went to Edmonton, we went to Regina, all during the summertime. So, my kids went out a lot, and we enjoy going out with our kids because, again, they grow up fast. A lot of people have been telling us that, and the older kids have been growing up much faster. And we can see how young they used to be, and now they're so much bigger that we can see that the younger ones are going to be growing up too. So cherish those moments with the children, because they don't stay young forever. We don't stay young forever. We're constantly getting older, and it's always good to spend time with them. So we did a lot of outings this year, which was great. And next year we're going to do even more outings, because family time is always the best. Like, my goal is not to work my whole life. My goal is to enjoy my life, and I can enjoy that with my kids. So definitely that's one of my goals for next year, to travel more, do more outings with the kids, and experience more things that they've never experienced, but also things that I've experienced, but I want them to experience too. So again, all that noise, that's my son. He loves to run around. He's like 3. So, kids, they have a lot of energy. Never denounce youth, right? I think the Bible says never denounce your youth, because one day you won't be young no more. So if they can run around, let them run around, it's okay. Next, goals. What goals have you set for New Year? I've set many goals for next year. Definitely, like I said, the family goals are one of them. But also, what goals do you have set? Do you have any kind of spiritual goals? Do you have any kind of financial goals? Do you have any kind of personal goals for yourself? Do you have any family goals that you want to do with your family? Make sure you write down these goals, because definitely they say that if you write down your goals, you have a better chance of accomplishing them. So definitely write down your goals in a book or a journal, and write down like the top 3 or 5 things that you want to do next year in all those different categories. Personal goals, what do you want to accomplish for yourself? Because you have to take care of yourself, right? You have goals, so write down your goals. Financial goals, maybe you want to get out of debt. Maybe you want to fix your credit. Maybe you want to buy a house, save up for a house. Maybe you want to get a better job. Maybe you want to get another source of income. So maybe you have one job, you want to get another job, or maybe you want to find ways that you can make money online. So what kind of financial goals do you guys have for next year? Spiritual goals. Maybe you want to meditate more. Maybe you want to read more. Maybe you want to research more on religion. Maybe you want to pray more. Maybe you want to read your Bible or whatever religious book you live by. Maybe you want to read more on that and educate yourself more on that. Like, what kind of spiritual goals do you have? Because a lot of times people don't believe it, but I believe you have a mind, body, and soul. And a lot of times if you're only feeding the body, which is you're eating food, and you're only feeding your body, you're not feeding the mind, you're not feeding your soul. So definitely spiritual, my faith is very important. I'm a Christian, and my faith is very important to me because it keeps me grounded. So definitely that's spiritual goals for me. I want to read my Bible more. I want to pray more. I want to make sure that God's always in the plan, because I can't do it on my own. So I want to make sure that I increase my spiritual goals next year too. Like I said, your family goals, you want to make sure that you do more family things. Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're not communicating enough. Maybe you want to change up something so you can travel more. So what kind of goals do you have for your family? And then also, we did financial, we did spiritual. So there's many different goals that you may have, and I think that it's always good to write it down. Make sure you write it down, and then you can keep track of it. Did I accomplish this? Did I accomplish that? Did I accomplish this? And it helps you, because if you don't write it down, you'll forget it. Most people, they say, if they start a New Year's resolution in January, by the time February comes around, it's done. Maybe you want to set a physical goal that you want to lose weight, or you want to get more muscle tone, or you want to build more muscle, you want to get bigger muscles. So there's many different goals that you could do for your physical body, right? So that's another thing. Next, maybe you want to set up some financial goals. So you want to see, how can I actually get out of debt? And some of the ways is you pretty much have to watch where you're spending your money. If you're running out of money before the week is done, then there's a problem there. You're either not making enough money, or you're either spending too much money on things that you don't necessarily need. So definitely you have to maybe write down what you're making per month and keep track of it. And you can see, okay, what am I spending my money on? Am I buying too much food? Am I eating out too much? Am I buying too much things that I don't really need? Do I have, is my cell phone bill too high? And do I have too many subscriptions? Do I, like I said, eat out too much? Like, there's many different ways where we spend our money, and sometimes if we're willing to discipline ourselves and we're willing to look over where we're spending our money, we can definitely find a lot of extra money out there that we're just blowing on things that we don't necessarily need. And that's one way of getting out of debt. There's another way of getting your finances in order for the new year. So definitely the best thing to do is when the new year is coming, plan from October, plan from November. So by the time December and January comes around, you're ready to go. And you have a better shot of accomplishing your dreams because you've been looking on it for the last 2-3 months, that by the time January comes around, you're already doing it. You've already disciplined yourself. You've already built in the habit that I got to get these goals done, and I'm going to keep track of it every week and see which ones I've accomplished and which ones I haven't accomplished and why haven't I accomplished these ones. So, they're get ready for the new year now. Like I said before in the beginning of this video, many billionaires and millionaires, they have like 5-year plans. They have like 10-year plans. They don't have 1-year plans. If they do, it's only because they want to accomplish certain things within that year. But if you really look at their journals or at their lifelong plans and goals, it's like a 10-year shot. That's what they're working on, right? So that's how, if you want to keep track of your own life and get into the space where they are at, you pretty much have to plan. You have to have a long plan. You have to have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 20-year plan. And if your plan is one day I want to be married and one day I want to have kids, you can plan. Like I said, it's always good to plan. But again, I could go back to the beginning. Things don't usually happen the way we always, life changes. In every part of your life, life changes. You might plan for something and it doesn't work out that way. Doesn't mean your life's over, but just means that that's not the way it's going to happen. It's going to happen a different way maybe. So again, I hope you guys like this content. It's Mark Johnson, the Running Maverick. I call myself the Running Maverick. I have a page on Instagram. You can see all my running there. And I also call myself the Money Maverick. That's the name that my wife gave me years ago. I was a real estate agent. So she came up with this idea that, why don't you call yourself the Money Maverick so we can do a business together? And if people need any kind of financial help, they can come to you for it. And so that's where Money Maverick started. And that's been on Instagram for about 6-7 years now. So you can check that page out too on Instagram. And I'm on YouTube. But I started this Active Dad to help not just dads, but also help parents, non-parents, singles, couples dating, just to share my experiences of my life, what I've been through, what I've seen, and see if I can share some of my experiences, my stories, my ups and downs with you guys, just to uplift you and show you that, life's not always going to be the way you plan, but you don't give up. You can always push forward. You can always overcome. Like I said, most people in life, we're just going through trial and error. No one's an expert. Like, someone can say they're an expert, but then the next day, the whole life turns around. And then they're not an expert anymore, right? So at the end of the day, we're all going through trials and errors. We're all going through ups and downs. We all have ins and outs. But we can always help one another through our experiences. We can share something. Even though you fail, you can use that as an experience of a learning experience that, oh, okay, this didn't work this time. Maybe if I tried it a little bit different, it will work better. So definitely, that's why I'm sharing this page with you guys, sharing my content with you guys, and my experiences, my stories, my life with you guys, because I want you guys to use my ups and downs as opportunities and stepping stones so that you won't make the same mistakes. They say that a smart man learns from his own mistakes and a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. So at the end of the day, you can learn from my mistakes, you can learn from somebody else's mistakes, and so that you won't make the same mistakes they did, and you can be better off and be further ahead because you've learned that their mistakes didn't work for them. So why am I going to do the same thing, right? Again, if you guys like the content, like I said before, share and like this, subscribe to my page so I can get to 1,000. I got to 250. Thank you so much. And now I'm on my way to 1,000. And all the best. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. You got to keep pushing. We all fail, but we can use those as stepping stones to move to the next level. All right? Take care. All the best. You can do it.